Hello, Ryan here, and welcome to Star Citizen Sunday. This is a weekly show which covers all of the news from the week just past. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get on with it. This week, we are introduced to the new Gatac Railen. Alien Week kicks off, plus we learn a little bit about all the alien races in the verse. So this week's Inside Star Citizen kicked off looking at the new Gatac Railen ship, which was released earlier this week. This ship is specifically an above entry-level alien cargo ship, and they wanted to create something Xi'an, but they didn't want it to be from a POA, so they created this new company, Gatac. Basically, Gatac is a house within the Xi'an Empire, and were granted a license to build industrial spacecraft for the entire Xi'an Empire to thank them for their service during a pretty tumultuous time within the Xi'an history. Now, the Xi'an people are known for being very innovative and are always wanting to discover the next big thing in technology, which is partly why they wanted to create a ship that is usable for both the Xi'an and humans. Moving away from the lore, they were able to push through many decisions for what the style of the Gatac Railen should look like, so it didn't take them too long to come to a final choice. And design-wise, the ship transforms pretty dramatically. I love the way that it does transform. And alongside its new materials that were created for it, there will be no mistaking it when you see it in the verse. Inside, it is set up for a crew of 4, being a pilot, engineer, and 2 extra crew seats, who will be able to man the 2 side turrets, which should provide a good range of cover. Now, the Railen has 320 standard cargo units of cargo, and this is all external, which has both visual and gameplay reasons. So they wanted to create a toss-up between picking a ship with less cargo but having it protected, or the Railen, which has a higher capacity of cargo, but the cargo is at more risk. All for balance and those trade-offs. Now, these cargo containers, they say, are fixed on the ship and the cargo goes inside them, and I think that with CIG currently deep into the cargo refactor, I wouldn't be surprised if these cargo containers that we are seeing here are completely created using the new refactored system, ready for when that comes online. So to enter the ship, it utilizes the Xi'an anti-grav tech, which is pretty much what they're renowned for, with the rear elevator flying through the air up to the entrance, which also has an airlock. From there, you can take the lift up, which has a console made up of about 50 odd pieces, which all morph together into position. The elevator has an angled elevation, with the floors transforming to let you enter in. Now, habitation has beds and lockers with turret access on either side and escape pods. It also has a dual race bathroom and kitchen section, and I forgot to mention that this ship is being completely set up to accommodate both Xi'an and humans at any time, which includes all their needs. Like, apparently it says in the brochure, there is a scratching wall, which I am yet to read. But I will address all of this in a more dedicated Railen video later this week once I have actually read everything on it. Further up the elevator, you get to the tech deck, which has a docking collar at the rear and many components in the center, with a bridge at the front, which also contains a few other components. And something unique about the Railen is to access these components, you'll need to use a console. Select the component that you want removed, and then this will present it, pick it up, and then deliver it to you. Now, I won't go into it too much in this video. I'll wait till I do the more dedicated video to talk about this, but I see this as both good and bad. The system itself looks cool and will probably function very well, but if there are multiple people trying to access a specific component in the same area, or if you're even in a hurry to get a component, this system may cause a bit of frustration, having to wait for it to be delivered to you. Not a big deal, but it is something that jumped out to me when I first heard. Anyway, moving further towards the front, you have the main bridge. It has 4 crew seats with the pilot and co-pilot seats floating down, again utilizing this anti-grav technology. Now, they did say that the aliens within Star Citizen's universe are entire races like humans. They don't just have combat ships, they will eventually have mirrored ship types for all areas of the game, and CIG say there needs to be a large variety of options available. Now, I am really loving how, as CIG continue to expand on the universe, we are seeing a lot more of this diversity, and once all is said and done, I think it'll be pretty mind-blowing, seeing not just all of the human-manufactured ships flying around, but the Xi'an, the Banu and the Ta'veren ships as well from, say, Esperia, and I think it'll be a major sight to behold, and I just love how different everything is turning out. So to finish off the episode, we got a brief overview of each alien race, again in celebration of Alien Week. The Banu were the first race humans came into contact with, which begun pretty intensely but did smooth out pretty quickly and we all became friends. The Banu, when they attend a sporting event, will not cheer for a specific team, they would cheer for everyone as they just enjoy the excitement. They have catnaps as they don't need to sleep for a long time, and their society is organised around these work family guilds known as Sulis, in which young Banu are adopted into as an apprentice. Each Suli specialises in various disciplines, be that manufacturing of spaceships, weapons, or even cooking, for example, and the Banu are quick to give favours, but also they expect a favour in return, so do be careful. Now the Ta'veren, these are a martial society who immediately fought us for our territory and were very hostile from the offset, resulting in 2 full-scale wars with them, both of which they lost. Now the Ta'veren had not yet developed terraforming technology, and so for them to expand as a race, they have to find worlds that are naturally habitable. After we defeated them in the Second Ta'veren War, they became fully assimilated into the human race, which also means we got the benefit of their shield technology, which is pretty much what the Ta'veren are kind of known for. With the Ta'veren making more headway within human society over the centuries, it has spurred an interest in Ta'veren revival amongst its race, so this race is now relearning their language and dabbling in bits of their culture again. Now the Xi'an are known for their pungent foods. Apparently they poop like birds, they don't need to pee, and to do this they use what looks like a bird bath, which we may see in something like the Xi'an Gatac Railen. The Xi'an society is based around family house lines. They have a mandatory service for the Xi'an government to foster a sense of unity. Technologically wise, they are a little bit more advanced than humans and have become masters of this anti-gravity technology way before they were even spacefaring. The Xi'an live for a long time, so they do see time differently to humans, and their main philosophy is called Litova, which is a moral code and belief system. And when we met them, it almost kicked off another war as humans were trying to terraform a Xi'an planet. And there was a long period of a cold war along the Xi'an human front, which was nicknamed the Peri Line, if you want to look that up in the lore, which lasted for a long while, but we are all friends again. So that finally brings us to the Vanduul, who are pretty mysterious to us as we have only learnt about them through observation. They seem to believe in a meritocracy and are powerful warriors who can exist in the vacuums of space for a short time. There are thoughts that the Vanduul are harvesting resources for some greater purpose, with other people thinking they might just like fighting. Now this is an interesting idea that I never considered. Maybe the Vanduul are gathering and harvesting all these resources to build something, maybe a Vanduul Death Star of some kind. We will have to wait and see. But their ships are very utilitarian aesthetically, and they roam around in clans, which have been raiding humanity for a short while now, which kickstarted a military campaign against them. Now we are yet to learn why they are fighting against us, and part of this overarching story throughout Squadron 42 and also into the verse as well, over time players will be unlocking the mysteries of the universe, which is a great sentence to finish this episode on. So also this week, Star Citizen Live was with Jeremiah Lee as he and the viewers together create a fictional alien race, which we could see one day in the verse, maybe in a show or even in an electronic access game. A Gift for Baba Part 3 was released for anyone who is reading along with that story. Squadron 42's monthly report was republished to the Spectrum, but fear not, I have covered it in a dedicated video linked in the description below. As mentioned, the Gatak Railen was released for sale. Now this is the latest ship concept sale, and it is a multi-crew cargo hauler from the new company from the Xi'an Empire called Gatak. I will be taking a deeper look into this ship in a separate video, coming sometime next week, so we won't spend too much time on it now. Now we also have an update for the Issue Council and the inclusion of multi-user private lobbies on Spectrum. These will allow us to create fully customizable lobbies for friends and org members, allowing us to change group names and icons with no member limits, which is a great new addition. This feature also brought an overhaul to the notification system, a refactor of the lobby service, performance improvements and bug fixes. And the Spectrum sidebar now tracks the latest direct messages and private groups, giving us the option to adjust the number of private discussions that we track. They have also updated the issue council, which will allow us to report bugs not only for the game itself, but also for the issue council. And this will show you your report as it transitions from open, so newly created, to under investigation, which means enough people have upvoted it and CIG are aware of it, and then once it's confirmed and fixed. And finally, with Alien Week upon us, it is time to celebrate First Contact Day, which is an annual event lasting all week, where many alien ships go back on sale, plus there are a lot of competitions and things to take part in, including the Intergalactic Cook-Off, Alien Trading Card Competition, a Xi'an Translation Challenge, factoids, and more. So that brings us to the end of the show. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Also, I am able to do this thanks to my very generous patrons and channel members. If you appreciate what I do and would like to help make it even better from as little as $1 a month, all of the links are provided below.